Narayanana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachanam pangam langyate girim yat kripatamaham vande Sri Gurudeen Taranam Paramanandam Madhavam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaprasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunavadi Paschachadesha Karane Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we have the presentation from the last group, group 6, I think.
Group 1, Prabhuji, because we reversed the order this time.
We reversed the order, right? We started from group 3. So from group 1, so whenever you're ready, group 1 can start.
Hare Krishna, Naveen Krishna Prabhu. Would you be able to share the screen?
Sure, Rosie, 1 second. My system is a bit slow. 1 second, sorry. Hare Krishna, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So, I would like to first of all share my gratitude to His Grace Bhayahari Prabhu for giving us this opportunity to learn from the scriptures. And I especially feel really grateful because the verse 10 and 11 specifically talks about Radharani and Radhakund, with Radhashtami just around the corner coming Sunday. I feel really blessed and that I could train my consciousness or prepare myself for Radhashtami in such a beautiful way. So next slide, bro. So just a little bit of recap is that Rupa Goswami has covered everything from Shraddha all the way to Prema Bhakti in just 11 verses. So in the first 7 verses, it is all about Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. That is, first 3 are about Shraddha, 4, 5, 6 is about Sadhu Sangha, and text 7 talks about Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, and Ruchi. And text 8 talks about Asakti or Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, the spontaneous devotional service. And verse 9, 10, 11 talks about Bhava and Prema. Specifically, verse 9 talks about the hierarchy of the places and establishing that Radha Kund as the highest dham. Verse 10, which we'll be going through today, talks about the hierarchy of people and why Radharani is the supreme and Radha Kund is the supreme amongst the dhams. And over here, we'll be establishing the position of Radharani as the topmost devotee of Krishna, and Radha Kund is non-different from Radharani. So Radha Kund is liquid prema. So Radha Kund is same, or even people say that it's superior to Radharani. Can you go to the next verse, bro? So we'll just go over the verse. Nothing is complete without the actual Prabhupada translation. Karmaibhya parito hare priyataya vyaktim vayayurnyaninas tebhyo gyane vimukta bhakti parama premaikanishtasthatha tebhyata pashupala pankajadrishas tabhyopi saradhika preshta tadvam iyam tadiya sharasi tamnashrayet kakriti. In the Shastra, it is said that all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in the knowledge of the higher values of life is the supreme, is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her kunda or lake is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radha Kund and in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings, aprakrita bhava, render loving service to the divine couple Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Leela, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radha Kund are the most fortunate people in the universe. You can go to the next verse. So here Rupa Goswami talks about the hierarchy of all the types of people, all the way from Vikarmi, all the way to the top, who is Radharani, and Rupa Goswami will describe which is greater than which. So to start with, amongst are the Vikarmis who act without Vedic knowledge. So their actions are by their slogan, eat healthy, sleep well, enjoy fully, and die anyway. So all they care about is their own personal enjoyment, and they're not at all appreciated by the saintly person. So we all know about the three energies of the Lord: the lower or the material energy, the marginal energy, and the spiritual energy. So the Vikarmis are in the platform of material energy, and their destination are the lower planets, or they take birth as trees, animals, etc. Next slide, bro. So going to the Karmis, who are slightly better because they accept the authority of the Vedas. They act with Vedic knowledge. So they are the type of people who say, work hard, party harder. So they perform pious enjoyments under the Vedas so that they can plan for the future and go to the higher planetary systems. But unfortunately, they're still under the material platform. So even though they go to the higher planets, they just circulate. They go up to the higher planets, then they run out of all their pious karmas, and then they fall back down. Next slide, bro. Next slide, Prabhuji. Yeah. And then higher than the karmis are the jnanis. So now they strive for Atma Gyan, and they have a permanent goal called moksha, although it is not actually permanent, but at least in their opinion it is. But unfortunately, they are still in avidya because they don't consider bhakti as a permanent solution to their current platform. So they are in the marginal energy. So their destination is just the impersonal liberation, and they don't want to go higher than that. And next would be the bhaktas. So they perform devotional service under the regulative principles. So now comes a platform of spiritual energy. And after this, I'm sorry, the destination says impersonal liberation. That's a typo. I just copy pasted it. I'm sorry about that. And so their whole purpose is to please Krishna, but they do it under the regulative principles because they still don't have the Shuddha Bhakti within their heart. So on to the next slide. So now we move on to the Shuddha Bhaktas, for people who follow under the footsteps of devotees like Narada, Sanata, Sanaka, and other Chaturkumaras, where they don't pursue jnana anymore. They've come to the platform of spontaneous love for Godhead. So for them, following regulative principles is not a necessity anymore. It's well ingrained within themselves, and all they're thinking about is how to please Krishna. Next slide, bro. And now we go to the highest form of bhakti. So under the bhakti, there are many rasas. So there's Shanti ras, Dasya ras, Sakya ras, Vatsalya ras, Madhurya ras, and even amongst Madhurya, there is Madhurya and Vipralambha. So this is where the highest form of bhakti comes in, which is the Gopi Bhava. So Rupa Goswami establishes that the gopis are the highest rung in the bhakti ladder, and they are pure devotees of Krishna, and they know nothing except service of Krishna. They don't even wait for Krishna to be present in front of them, for them to be thinking about Krishna, and for them to be serving Krishna in every way. So this is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this Vipralambha Bhav, the Bhav of separation, is even better than serving Krishna directly. So can we go to the next slide, bro? And now we go to the highest among all of this. Amongst the gopis, the king of all gopis, or the queen of all gopis, is Radharani. So why? Because they have the Radharani has the same mood of the gopis, but it's just infinitely more condensed. So her mood for serving Krishna is at the peak, and she completely fulfills all of Krishna's desires. She's so exalted that not even Krishna can understand how can a person love me so much. That's why Krishna came down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can taste what the love that Radharani felt. So Radharani is the topmost amongst the gopis. Why? Because Krishna loves her the most. That's why Srimati Radharani is at the top. Next slide, bro. So now we move on to Radha Kund. We say that Radha Kund is non-different from Radharani. It is liquid prema, and in one sense even superior, because how Prabhupada mentioned that the holy name is same as Krishna, and when the devotees kept asking, is the holy name exactly the same as Krishna? And then Prabhupada mentioned maybe the holy name is slightly more better because the holy name is more merciful. So like that, Radha Kund is more merciful, and Krishna is equally dear to Radharani and Radha Kund. Next slide, bro. Now, what do we get from all this? For Prabhupada, Vipralambha Seva is not a theory. He was at Radha Kund, he was at Vrindavan. He left all of that to preach and share the love of Krishna consciousness, of Krishna Prem with the world. His example shows us how to carry Radha Kund in our hearts. Our duty is to establish this mood in our thoughts, words, and actions. and help spread the word of Prabhupada. And we should also, in the mood of Prabhupada, always have Radha Kund in our heart, and we should not rush to be in Radha Kund, and we should not rush to perform there. There are many pastimes where Prabhupada also went with some of his disciples, and the disciples started playing in Radha Kund, and Prabhupada told, no, that's offensive, that's not something you should do, and asked people to leave. Even currently in a Maharaj's stake on Yatra, they always say that, okay, try not to bathe or spend too much time. Try to at least sprinkle the water on your head, and that's good enough. So that's the level of devotion and worship we need towards Radha Kund before we even think about trying to approach Radha Kund. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Devotees, please accept my respect humble obeisances. All worship Guru Maharaj and Sri Prabhupada. Verse 11. Krishnas yochai panaya vasati prayasi bhyo api radha kundam shasha munibir abitas tadrag eva vyadai yat prester api alam asulabam kim punar bhakti bhajam tat premadam sakrat api sarasnatu aviskaroti. Translation. Of the many objects of favored delight and of all the lovable damsels of Rajabhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love, and in every respect, her divine Kunda is described by great sages as similarly dear to him. Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply bathes once within those holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused. So, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada comments why Radha Kund, and he also gives our Acharya comments on Radha Kund who are qualified to live there, and how to live in Radha Kund, and the result of residing in Radha Kund, which we'll see in the next few slides. So, why Radha Kund? Here, like Sri Rupa Goswami, he establishes the highest position of Radha Rani, which is the most loved of all the gopis, and which is very dear to Krishna. It's not only dear to Krishna, it's also dear to Radha herself, and there are unlimited glories, and it is rarely attained. And he also established the highest position of Radha Kunda as well. And who are qualified to live there? Like Bhaktivinoda Thakura writes, those interested in advanced devotion service, and they can live there in the wake of Sakis and Manjaris, and those under the protection of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and those eager to go back to Godhead. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also writes that not just ordinary devotees, and it's in the devotee, when we say like even Narada or Sanaka, they are not positioned to live there. Only the greatly fortunate ones are qualified to live there. And how should one live in Radha Kund? Like by bathing as many times as possible, and which is the most important devotion service, and serving under the intention as like serving as maids, and in loving service to the Lord, and giving up material consumptions. What is the result? The result is like pure love of Krishna in wake of gopis, which is like Gopi Baba, and this can be attained by even bathing once if our intention is towards the love of Godhead or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this will help us, I mean, one who is at that stage, who is in the pure devotional service, they will definitely return back to the spiritual world as well. Conclusion. Kaushik Prabhu, would you like to share the conclusion?
Sure, bro. So the ultimate goal from these are from these two verses are take shelter of Radha Kund and serve there, but do not rush prematurely. One should cultivate the humility and readiness. What does cultivate humility and readiness mean is you should have the true Radha Kund consciousness, which is serve Krishna in the mood of separation, Vipralamba Seva. And like we mentioned before, Srila Prabhupada is shining example of such service. So if Srila Prabhupada left Radha Kund to share Krishna's love with the world, how can we follow in his footsteps in our daily lives? I would like to conclude with that question for all of us.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Bhayahari, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Very nice conclusion. I think you did an excellent overview and also left us with a glimpse of why we are doing all this. Ultimately, at this point, we can probably just theoretically appreciate it, but nevertheless, it's there for us to aspire to attain that stage. So it's a wonderful way to conclude our course. So I'll turn it over to Ruprabhanath Prabhu, and I know he has something planned, and then I would like to say a few words. That's whenever he's ready, I will step in to speak a few concluding remarks for the course.
Yes, Prabhuji. First of all, thank you very much, Group 1 team. And today happens to be the last class, not just for the module, but for the entire course. So I think our next segment is Prabhuji, devotees wanted to express their gratitude for the course, for the teacher, for everyone. So I'll give 3 minutes to each group. We have a representative. So we'll start with the Group 1, and request is to please limit it to 3 minutes so that we can give opportunity to everyone.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Bol. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. So today, as we come to the final day of Bhakti Sastri course, our heart feels both full and also humbled, because this journey has not only been about just studying the books, but about entering into the living current of Srila Prabhupada's teachings, a current that actually nourishes, uplifts, and basically transforms the soul. So on behalf of all the devotees, I bow my head in gratitude to you, dear Bhayahari Prabhuji. You have been like a lamp lighting a path through the scriptures, illuminating truths that we may otherwise overlooked. With your patience, compassion, and clarity, you helped us not only learn these verses, but to experience the actual heartbeat through the eyes of Srila Prabhupada. So you showed us that Shastras are not just the words of wisdom. They are the living instructions meant to guide our daily lives and bring us closer to the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna. So what touched us most deeply was your humility and your unshakable faith in Srila Prabhupada's teachings, because you carried every lesson with the convictions that Prabhupada's words are perfect and complete. By your own example, you reminded us that when we simply follow with faith and sincerity, the success in spiritual life is guaranteed. So truly, your humility made your teachings even more powerful, like a pure crystal that allows the sunlight of Guru and Shastra to shine through without obstruction. So you were like a gardener who carefully watering the seeds of the devotion in our hearts with encouragement and patience. So whenever some doubts arose, you gently cleared them, So, so you reminded us always the boundless mercy of Guru and Gauranga. So through your example, you showed us that the real bhakti is not just spoken. It is lived moment by moment with faith and humility. So the treasures that we have received in this course through Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, Ishopanishad are the eternal gifts. They are not simply knowledge, but it's like a map back to our true home, back to Godhead. So for being the instrument through which these jewels were handed out to us, we feel eternally grateful, Bhayahari Prabhuji. As we close, we pray sincerely to Sri Radha Madana Mohan, to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and His Grace Srila Prabhupada and our most beloved Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Rampada Swami Maharaj, that they may bless you abundantly with health, strength, and ever-deepening inspiration to continue touching countless lives with this light of bhakti. We also extend our thanks to our devotees whose association and enthusiasm made this journey not just educational, but joyful and family-like. Our special consideration to Rupa Raghunath Prabhuji, who always keeps us on track with our classes, updates, and also the people, devotees at the back end to with the exam papers. So towards the end, I would also like to offer these beautiful verses from Bhagavad Gita, which perfectly glorify the service for you, Prabhuji. With your permission, याइधं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्त्वे अभिदास्यति भक्तिमयी परां कृत्वा माम् एविष्यति अशांशयाः न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कञ्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमा भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यप्रियतरो भुवि. So one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees is guaranteed the pure devotional service. And at the end, he'll come back to me. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there be ever more dear. So these words of Lord Krishna reflect our gratitude to you, Bhayahari Prabhuji. By sharing Srila Prabhupada's teaching with such faith and humility, you have become most dear to the Lord. And by your mercy, you have brought us closer to him as well. So with folded hands, our hearts are overflowing with gratitude. So we once again offer our humble obeisances. Thank you, the team, Bhakti Sastri team, and for planting us in us the seeds of love for Srila Prabhupada's teaching. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna. Thank you once again.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll go to the group 2, please.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances from group 2. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Respected His Grace Bhayahari Prabhuji, Rupa Raghunath Prabhuji, all the group leaders and all the devotees. So this was actually a very great experience for me. So thank you. I also extend my thank you to Indulekha Mataji just granting the opportunity to join this course. So I was introduced to this ISKCON fairly new. I'm fairly new to this Sangha, so I'm very fortunate to have all your association. So it was very eye-opening experience for me. So it was a great experience doing like some volunteer work in the temple, meeting with all these great devotees, learning the scripture, learning all this Bhagavad Gita and everything. And I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Guruji, Bhayahari Prabhuji, for your dedication in teaching us the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and for nurturing Krishna consciousness in our hearts. Your commitment, patience, and clarity have inspired me deeply. And there's one realization that I take from this course is that so after going through all these courses and all these videos, now I realize that there is still that I don't know, and now so I'll start going through the chapter 1, and then so I have reached to chapter 3. So now I begin to understand. I'm able to decipher more and more. So thank you very much for that. And now I feel very thankful to all those videos. I can always go back. I can always go back to those wonderful videos, and then I can learn more. And the journey was not about the study, it was about the community. It was a blessing to connect with the devotees from all around the world. So I see devotees from different time zone, like connecting from Dubai, India, from East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere. And then also I want to give special thanks to our Rupa Raghunath Prabhuji, all the group leaders and all the volunteers who helped grading our papers, managing this time and everything. And so without your service, this experience wouldn't have been the same. And lastly, Prabhuji Krishna says in the Gita that once who shares this knowledge is the most dear to him. By your service, you have not only given us the knowledge, but faith and inspiration to walk the path of the bhakti. So on behalf of all of us from Group 2, I would just want to say thank you once again, and then thank you very much. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Ram Prabhu.
Thank you. Group 3, please.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, on behalf of Group 3, I'm representing to share a few words of gratitude on behalf of our group for Bhakti
Aditi,
Sastri.
your volume is a bit lower. I'm wondering if you can raise the
Oh, okay.
maybe come closer to the mic.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, maybe. Yeah, Prabhu, is this better?
Yes, Pramati, this is better.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, Prabhu. On behalf of Group 3, I really want to express my express our gratitude to you, Bhayahari Prabhuji. Thank you so much, first of all, for accepting all of us as your students, and so patiently you have explained us the complex topics which we did not even think I will ever understand, especially from NOD and all that. It to me it was very complex, but hearing those recordings again and again, it really it gave so much of clarity, and I'm really very indebted, Prabhu. I mean, we all are very indebted to you. I think for me, I always for the most cherished part was the question and answers. Those, even if the complex questions and where we do not have any hope that we can even reach there, your answers always gave us a hope, like so practically, and you always emphasize start from wherever you are. You always showed us that steps, like where to start, and then you will get there. We don't have to just start with that higher step. So that I really so many classes, not one or two, in Bhagavad Gita. There were so many good questions the whole team asked, and the way you answered, I really have made so much notes on that. And every time I go back to those notes, so there is so much we did to say, Prabhu. But I really thank you so much for the wisdom, the way you have imparted, and by keeping Srila Prabhupada in the center. It's amazing. So really thank you for that. And also it is like when we all get initiated, yes, there is a Bhakti Lata Beej installed in our heart, but through this whole journey, how much you have helped to nourish that Bhakti Lata Beej is immensely so much of your effort, Prabhu. So I really deeply grateful to you. And also I want to say my thanks to Rupa Raghunath Prabhuji, yeah, so religiously, like, I mean, very consistently every day, so patiently with a beautiful, calm smile. He always reminds us, answers all our sorts of questions and all that, and all to all the devotees who have tirelessly corrected all our papers. I really want to say thank you for taking out that time. And our group leader, Chaitanya Rasa Prabhu, he always made sure he guided us in all the presentation, and always made sure, our group is there with presentation is ready and all that. So so much thankful. We just finished Bhakti Sastri, but you see, so many people are in this endeavor involved to make this happen on time. So never can forget. And thank you so much, Prabhu. Please, at the end, I would say, please bless all of us, so we can, whatever we have learned, we can apply in our practical life every day, as much as possible, Prabhu. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Radhika Mataji.
Okay. Shri Padma Mataji, Group 4.
Hare Krishna, Bhayahari Prabhu, please accept my home and the Lake Mataji, Rupana Raghunath Prabhu, and Kamala Kishori Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Our Guru Guru Maharaj, our Guru Sri Prabhupada. This is actually a very emotional speech on behalf of our group and on behalf of everyone. Bhayahari Prabhu, without you, it wouldn't have been possible for me to finish Bhakti Sastri. That is one of my main life goals. It started out because I wanted to go on the altar and serve our deities. And I always thought about it, oh, I have to do Bhakti Sastri because I want to get second initiation. And our Guru Maharaj keeps saying, every time he keeps saying, those of you who love to read Srila Prabhupada books, and I'm like, those people must be really fortunate. But seeing your tolerance and your respect for Guru Maharaj and your dedication, you are a senior disciple that I really wish that one day, if it's not in this life, that I can be able to follow. Whatever you did, you give me a taste, and many of us a taste of what it's like really to study Srila Prabhupada books. I never really had any taste. I know what is it really, but now I actually want to go back and study again just to know what really is in Srila Prabhupada books. I've done Bhakti Sastri. I don't really think I've done Bhakti Sastri. I'm so sorry, and please forgive me. I know I have disrespected you and disrespected course by not paying attention. I really truly wasn't aware what this course entails. And really, how hard is it for you to prepare every single thing? And it's really your offering that, if it's not me, many of us didn't even realize, oh, it's a course. We just have to finish. But so many hours of work for every single one. And this is Bhakti. You're doing Bhakti. Hopefully one day, we can be as a little fortunate as you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I pray that you have all blessings to continue serving Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and everyone. On behalf of our group, thank you so much. You've been so kind and tolerant and gentle, like a father to us. Thank you so much, May Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Bless you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Shri Padma Manjari.
Hari Vamsha Prabhu, Group 5.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanda Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet. I am. It's an immense privilege on behalf of my Group 5 to offer this. Although I am not qualified, to be very frank. Kindly forgive me if I speak anything wrong, but I will just try to do this service because my group has given me this. Starting from Bhagavad Gita, we started. As Mataji told that in chapter 18, verse 69, nobody is more dear to Lord Krishna who does this service of sharing this message. So we can see, but doing this is not easy. It requires a lot of sacrifice, and in a dynamic way. It's not that somebody has done a sacrifice in the past. It's consistent sacrifice, as our Param Guru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that shedding gallons and gallons of blood every day. If I could remember, please correct me, in chapter 11, Prabhuji cited an analogy to explain what's the universal form. So if somebody is not contemplating on that, or let me put it in a positive way, someone is consistently contemplating on that, then only he can do that. Otherwise, it's not possible. And Then coming to, I've just prepared my this 3 minute thing in the way that the scriptures are connected. Then coming to nectar of sorry, I think, yeah, nectar of devotion. Prabhuji, the way he taught us, he gave us the techniques of chanting, hearing, and remembering. Chapter 10 says that, and he is sharing his own personal relish. Generally, nobody shares something which is so dear to him. He is just like Srila Sanatan Goswami, that Chintamani gem. Someone asked the Chintamani gem. He said that he'll first throw it that, and then he's sharing his own Harinam relish, his relish of studying scriptures. And we often used to discuss in our group that all our devotees, they say that when we hear your lectures, Prabhuji, we feel like reading Srila Prabhupada books, like someone is giving that. And do I deserve that? Personally, I don't think I never ever would deserve that, because mundane way nobody can be ever qualified. When Prabhuji was explaining the difference between avidya and vidya from Ishopanishad, I came across a person who is in mundane sense so intelligent that one can hardly aspire, hardly ever think of reaching that level, but still he is bewildered by a bogus person. So it's all the way, I think I can call it transcendental mercy or serendipity, whatever I can call, because even the way I was added in this transcendental group, it was only by the grace of her grace, Indulekha Mataji. Otherwise I would not have been added. So then coming to the next scripture, the last one, nectar of instruction, the 7th verse, Syat Krishna Nam Charitadi Sitapi Avidya. Avidya is the main reason for our suffering. So Prabhuji and his entire team is doing such a wonderful service by taking away our avidya and taking us back to Godhead. So I am very grateful, and Roop Raghunath Prabhu always facilitating us in every way. His name only suggests Roop Raghunath Pade Hoi Bya Kuti Tabe Hum Bujab Se Jugal Firiti. So like name and like his behavior. So I am very grateful. And finally, one of the important thing which has been taught to us is accuracy and precision in presenting the scriptures. Particularly, we see Prabhuji is so accurate and so precise, not accuracy. So very thankful to our examiners also, because that is the most thankless part. Because correcting papers generally I don't like personally. So I am so grateful. No words will be enough. So kindly forgive me if I've said anything wrong. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Harivansh Prabhu.
Okay, group 6, Shardi Mataji.
Hare Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, I'm representing Group 6, and we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to you. And we know that our words will never be sufficient to express our gratitude and heartfelt appreciation for you. It is true that one receives the seed of bhakti by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, but Siksha Gurus and devotees like you nurture the seed by their association. You have taught us Bhakti Sastri not only by your classes and lectures, but also by your personal qualities of humility, generosity, patience, and commitment to serve Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Through your classes, you have nurtured so many lives to get closer to Krishna. You have answered our questions, removed our doubts, and given us unadulterated knowledge of Shastras. I also want to thank the whole Bhakti Shastri team, including Indulekha Mataji, Rupa Raghunath Prabhuji, and rest of team that assisted with grading the question papers, and all the fellow devotee students. We could not have completed this class without your support and timely communication. Prabhuji, we also seek your forgiveness for our mistakes, for missing some of your classes, and sometimes, or I'll say most of the times, keeping camera off. Please, I seek your forgiveness because you are so kind and Nice, Prabhuji, you also always understand our situation. So I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, Prabhuji. And I bow down to you, Prabhuji, with great humility and heart full of gratitude. And I want to thank you again and again. May Radha Madan Mohan always protect your health and well-being so that we continue to take your guidance and you continue to aspire more and more souls on the path of Krishna consciousness. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhayahari Prabhuji ki jai, Gurudev ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Hariti Mataji. And I wanted to thank everyone for the kind words. So just wanted to share a few personal reflections. I remember one of the first times I gave a class in the temple, I was obviously nervous and probably did not do a good job. But then devotees are kind. They came and said, Bhai Prabhu, you did a good job. Class was wonderful. And then after the fourth or fifth devotee said the same thing, then I went to another senior devotee and I said, there's so many devotees who are praising me. How do I handle it? Because we are all fallible. It can get into one's head. So this was a senior devotee, and he said that when somebody praises you, you should understand they think you can do better in that area. So I thought, okay, that's good. And then I said, what do I think when somebody criticizes you? So he said, when somebody criticizes you, then they think that you have potential in that area. That if somebody says that I expected you to give a better class, which means that they're saying that you have the potential to give a better class. So I think with a lot of deference to the compassion of the devotees over here, I am overwhelmed with the outpouring of love and affection from all of you. And more than a class, I think it is it just the relationship that we develop, getting together, reading Prabhupada's books, enjoying his purports there. And honestly speaking, I had the best job. Rup Raghunath Prabhu did a lot of heavy lifting, the whole organizing the course, sending the emails, managing the text. Kamal Kishori Mataji, I think she was, and Mataji, forgive me, I think she was a little bit tricked into this service because when I initially approached her, so Kamal Kishori was in my previous round of Bhakti Sastri. And then when she graduated at pretty much top of the class, I asked her if she would be interested in helping doing this service of correcting. And then she said, I'm busy, as all devotees are, job, house, sadhana. And she said, how many students? Now, my previous experience has been that we have a considerable fall off amongst the students, that if I start with 100, I would typically end up by about 25 students. A lot of students, a lot of devotees, their heart's in the right place, they sign up, and then life takes over, competing priorities. So I told her that I have about 100 people who have signed up. I expect about 25 to stay. So that's how much you should plan for. And so this is the fourth round of Bhakti Sastri that I'm teaching. And only half the students fell off. So Kamal Kishori ended up with having to invigilate about 50 answer sheets. But all glories to her, she didn't complain, and she did an excellent job marking up the sheets. Do you want to say a few words, Kamal Kishori?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this opportunity. It's definitely purifying and encouraging for me to do this service because I'm not qualified, but with your guidance, and I really appreciate Rupa and Raghunath Prabhuji. He always follows up pending papers and everything. And I please apologize for me if I didn't give any explanation for lower marks or anything. But I definitely love this service, Prabhu, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. It is definitely purifying, and also it keeps me in touch with what I learned. So help me also in a way.
So
Yeah,
you're
but
up for it for the next session then.
definitely, definitely. Yes.
You're already on YouTube recorded message now, so you can't escape this.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
It's
Thank
a pleasure working with Bhayahari Prabhu's team. It's definitely a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, thank you. I also wanted to thank my good wife Indulekha. I think so we were looking back at the dates when I had first sent out the notification that I'm planning to start a course, and that was somewhere in February. So from February to April, it took us that time to create all the WhatsApp group, get all the phone numbers, the email addresses, and in many cases, Indulekha had to reach out and speak personally to people who had questions, clarifications, and that's not an area of my strength, unfortunately. But but lot of investment from her, then making the groups, keeping the group current. Like I said, I had probably the best job that I was able to do Krishna Katha, associate with wonderful devotees like you, and there was a lot of blood, sweat, and toil behind the scene by these wonderful devotees, Rupa Raghunath Prabhu, constantly toiling and reminding everybody, including me, difficult service he had, keeping me also in line and making sure that the course moves. This is probably the shortest Bhakti Sastri course that I did. So even though I had said 12 months, but then I realized 12 months is a little difficult. We started in April and finished in August, so that's about 16 months. And I think most of my previous courses were a little over 18 months. So this one is the shortest, and probably the most committed group of devotees. I had the good fortune of working with. The group presentations were excellent. A lot of hard work went in. A lot of true devotee spirit, that everybody would work together, one person would present, and then the whole group would be satisfied. So there was not this sense that I also contributed, so I should have the camera or whatever. So the nectar of Krishna Katha in Vaishnav Sangha, right? So that I could see churning over and over again. Very, very inspiring to me. And listening to the groups speak about Prabhupada's words, and Prabhupada's words are like a bottomless ocean, right? You can churn them and extract so much nectar. So I learned so much from the realizations of the groups that I carry with me. So I'll conclude with maybe putting in a plug. So they say that satisfied customers are the best way for your advertisement. So I would be starting my next round of Bhakti Sastri. I don't know what the date is. Probably sometimes early next year. But do spread the word. There are devotees who are interested. They can contact Rupa Raghunath Prabhu, right? So, and depending on the timing, if the timing lines up. Because like I said, this is a service that is very, very inspiring to me, and honestly speaking, I'm the one that I do it for selfish reasons, that I benefit the most out of it. So thank you very much for putting your faith and confidence in me. Devotee time is very, very precious. Devotee attention is very precious. Vaishnava Sangha is the most precious commodity in the world. And I do thank you for giving me all three of them. It's definitely not because of anything that I have, but because of Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy, Guru Maharaj's mercy, and ultimately compassion of devotees like you. So, so once again, thank you very much. With that, I'll turn it over to.
Rup Raghunath is also caught in the net. Kamla Kishori and Rup Raghunath. No escaping.
And so,
Hare
so
Krishna.
are you, right?
I'm the eternal servant here for life.
Let me tell you, none of what we can do is possible without Indulekha Mataji. Okay,
No.
so I also want to take 60 seconds just to express my gratitude to everyone. First of all, to Indulekha Mataji for constantly guiding, teaching, and be that support. Without her, for me, definitely this would not have been possible. To Kamla Kishori Mataji, got opportunity to interact with you a lot during this time. Lot of back and forth between us, and thank you so much. Despite all your travels and busy schedules with family, you did an amazing service and a voluminous service. So thank you so much for your patience and all the responses. And of course, Bhayahari Prabhuji's. I mean, as somebody was saying, no words can do justice, but I have a story to say. So I joined this service because I was missing Prabhuji and Indulekha Mataji, and I moved out of Maryland. I used to be with them, and I was like, "Can I please get some association? Give me service." And Prabhuji and Mataji kindly obliged. And it is Krishna's magic that now that this course is almost culminated, and I'm back here in Maryland, back to them. So it feels to me that it's Krishna's magic, devotees association, and their love, which brought me back. So I am so happy. I know the clock is ticking, and I'm sure nobody would mind to go extra minutes into this wonderful class. I do have some announcements to make, but thank you to all the group leaders, all the devotees for wonderful presentations. And if I commit any offenses, any mistakes, please forgive me. Okay, I'm just a menial servant. Coming back to announcements, yes. So on a lighter note, the course is not over. The module 5 exam and test is still pending. So you have a month. You have a month to write the test as per the regular protocol. So starting today is August 27th. So September 27th will be the deadline for you to be finishing your module 5 test. Please let me know whenever you are ready, and we will follow the regular protocol. And Kamla Kishori Mataji's service, with her service, I think we will be finishing our last module. That was announcement number 1. Announcement number 2, and Prabhuji had mentioned this during the commencement of the class of the course, which was April 17th, 2024. There is a nominal fee for this course, which happens to be $1. And this fee is primarily to cover for the expenses for printing your certificates. Please be aware of that. And I think everybody has my PayPal or Zelle details. So look forward for that contribution so that we can print the certificates. And the last announcement, and this is primarily towards Bhayahari Prabhuji, because I think everybody else is aware. So Bhayahari Prabhuji, without your permission, we took a step. So we know how much this service means to you, and you are doing it as an offering to Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj. So I think devotees have decided to contribute little more than the mandatory course fee, and I'm collating that Lakshmi and it will be an offering to you and to Guru Maharaj, so that you can use this in service to your further missions and towards your service to Guru Maharaj. So we just wanted to let you know that devotees are contributing much more than the nominal fee, and I'm collating that on the group's behalf, and we will be offering that to you and our Guru Maharaj. So just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Just one small correction, that the ISKCON Board of Education does not print certificates anymore. They generate virtual service PDFs, like electronic documents. And they've gone through different stages. Earlier on, they used to do it for free. But beginning from the last course, they started charging. I haven't checked how much they charge now. Last course, they charged $1 for a certificate, which was just to the licensing of the software, etc. So most probably it'll be around the same. So once the exams are done, I get the certificates. I would love for us to assemble once again for the convocation, where I can have the service of giving out the certificates to all of you who have successfully completed the course. And as Rupa Raghunath had said, that we have one more exam to go, so let us get that out of the way. As soon as the exam scores are with me, then I can submit them to the ISKCON Board of Education. It takes them 1 to 2 weeks, depending on, there's a Mataji who does that, depending on her availability. Sometimes she goes on yatra, so then it's a little longer. But most probably we should be getting it now in a couple of weeks. Okay, very good.
Prabhuji, we are hoping for a convocation ceremony at some point in time when the certificates are available.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that a month for the exam, and then maybe a month to do the invigilation and collect all the scores. And let's
Sometime maybe in Kartik time, probably.
On Kartik, a couple of weeks for me to get the certification done. So maybe 2.5 to 3 months from now, we'll send out a note for convocation at the time.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we'll end over here.
Can I just say one quick, I guess, a prayer, and as well I know that devotees are very, very special. They're very precious in our lives, and we should relish every relationship and respect every relationship with a genuine heart and genuine love and gratitude. And this is not ending here. We will still stay connected at some level through Srila Prabhupada, through Krishna's, Krishna's mercy and Srimati Radharani's mercy. We may even bump into each other. Some of us, of course, are local, and we will be seeing each other more than we know. But then, even those who are far and wide, maybe in India and West Coast, we will meet sometime. Who knows? Maybe in Goloka Vrindavan straight. Let's hope that. So this is eternal relationships we are seeing. So thank you so much for being part of this 16-month journey, and being so dedicated, sincere in your studies, in your learnings. Very, very happy to be part of your group. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
So there's going to be a big hole in the Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So I will miss you all.
Yes.
Okay. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anant Koti Vaishnavind ki jai. Jai Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Gaur Premanand.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Prabhuji, thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Haribol.
Haribol. Haribol Sharatiya Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare
Thank you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hello, Shova. Thank you, Rup Raghunath.
Thank you.
Shivram Prabhu, Radhika Bhakti,
Thank you so
Shobha,
much.
Atasi, Braj Raja. Thank you. Hari Hari Bol.